Oh, it died. It died so fast. I gotta hear some more music. It was like really good, getting it going. Let's get a little bit more music going here. Maybe not. Guys, welcome to my very first live stream with AI and automation and business, everything to do with those kind of things. And here you go. I'm gonna run this still. We'll have it in the background for a minute. While people are getting ready to get on, we're going to be talking a lot about why I like AI so much as a business owner, how I can use it in my business, and ways to, I'm going to turn that way down now, ways to leverage AI to help grow your business. So, this is really what this whole live stream is dedicated towards. So, it doesn't matter if what industry you're in, there's going to be some application that you can use for your business. And there are a few go-tos, in my opinion, if you're using AI. And I'm going to go through a bunch of those go-tos, and also kind of explain how to use them. We'll have some demos. We'll be talking about certain things that you can do to increase your productivity and to a lot of the stuff that like you do with like mundane like tasks. For example, responding to emails, sending out messages, writing letters, any of those kind of things that you do in business, or maybe you do it, but you'd like to offload it onto someone else, but they may not be quite qualified, or they don't understand how to write how you write. There's going to be a lot of things like that we're going to be talking about. And I'm like super, super excited to go through and go over all of it. Again, this is going to be a very informative, little bit of some tutorials, but mainly the goal is to help you guys understand AI. And for those that don't know who I am, my name is Joe Eves. I have been messing with AI for probably about a year and a half now, almost a couple years of just really figuring out how to automate and make my business more successful, and how I can do more things with less effort, but also increase the quality of the things that I'm doing, or the ways that I'm running my business to be more efficient, so that I can actually have more profits. So that's kind of a little bit about me. And really what we're going to be doing is going through a lot of different ways that I personally have used to help my business grow. And then as the community grows, we'll also have questions from people that want to know how to scale their business or how to incorporate AI. There's a lot of people that are like very nervous about AI, or I wrote down like I got a list here. So here's kind of my list of things that maybe what you're dealing with or what you're thinking about. One is AI is too expensive, and I don't really know if I agree with that. If someone's saying that, maybe they just don't know what they're getting, or maybe they're looking at the wrong thing, or I don't know. So I don't necessarily think that should be like a valid thing, that AI is too expensive. Definitely hasn't been my experience. So let's go into AI is too complicated or difficult to implement. That one I could definitely see. There are a lot of different AIs, different tech companies, different things that you can do. I'll pull up a couple just so you can see where, where people might think that is. Like my Matrix background, pretty cool, huh? So you may feel like, yeah, there's too many out there. So obviously the big one that I like and I use a lot is ChatGPT. Okay, that's one of them, and it's gotten so good, and we'll go into a lot of maybe some demos of how you can use this to help leverage your business and make it more effective. The other thing that you may run into, let's do another one here. Let's go. All right. So here's another one. This one would be Midjourney. So Midjourney is another one. Midjourney is more image generation and creating. You can make just about anything, and you might be thinking, well, that's like art. Like how would I use that in business? And believe me, this is super powerful to help you create things for your business. So we'll definitely be talking about Midjourney. And as you can see, there's all different kinds of images, like just anything you could possibly see. And we'll be talking about like how it's changed, some of the things that are different, some of the things that are great, how you can implement using Midjourney to help you with marketing or with other things of your business. The other screen, let's go in here and go to this one's another one. So you have 11 Labs. If you're not familiar with 11 Labs, that is more like voice cloning and text to speech, voice changer, sound effects. You can also do dubbing, and they have some really cool things with like voice isolation. And we'll be talking about some of that stuff in future live streams. And as people get familiar with using these things, you can actually make stuff pretty cool. And not only can you make it pretty cool, but like you can do a lot of things with it. And again, most of this stuff, there's just and we're just starting. Like we're not even going through like all of the different AIs. There's so many different offshoots. We've got another one here. I'll put this one on. It's pretty cool too. So this one is more for like if you want to do, let me see if I can pull this one up. All right. So this one is Runway ML. So what this does is this explains how to do text to video. So you can, or video to video, but essentially you can write a text prompt and then it will generate these amazing looking images. And it's getting really, really, really good, guys. So like, again, now thinking in your business, oh, I need to make a video or I need to make a post or I need to do something, but the cost to hire a video editor, the cost to hire someone to film it, the cost to do a voiceover, the cost to make the graphic design, all of those things start coming into play. Just with these few tabs that I showed you, you can start making incredible posts, incredible content for your business at a fraction of the price, and like so fast that you can just get stuff out and really put out some really good stuff. So that is going to be one of the things that I'm really excited about talking to you guys about, is how to actually create more content, how to respond faster to requests, how to use AI to help you make your business much more effective, much more efficient, and to give you more free time. We've got some other questions here that people run into. Will AI replace my employees? Possibly. Some of them might be replacing some of them. We've got, okay, this one's a really good one. I think there's so many people that talk about AI and explain how good AI is and all the things, just like everything I'm saying right now. But then they don't really say like, okay, how does this fit into my business? Yes, it's cool that you can make a weird looking video or this abstract art or whatever, but that doesn't really fit into my business. And I don't really think that it matters. Like, I don't think that AI works. And I'll give you a little bit of so one of the businesses that I own is property management. And then I also own a real estate brokerage. So you would think, how could you use AI, or maybe you don't think that, but how could you use AI to make your job easier? And I'm going to explain some things with that will just totally help you understand how powerful it can be once you understand how to give AI a little bit of context and a little bit of training. Okay. And so we'll definitely do on that. Probably in the demo on that, we'll go through it. The next question or thing that people say is, AI won't provide any immediate benefits. And I think a lot of it is because they think, well, really it's really hard to get AI to actually go and to I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so like basically it's hard to get AI to start using and to start actually implementing it, and it's going to take a long time before we'll see any kind of benefit. And a lot of that is going to be like, oh, I have to learn it, and then it's going to take forever to see results. And that simply isn't true. Like it's like anything. Once you understand a little bit about AI and it solves a pain point that you have or something that you have to do, and you're like, that was easy. I really like that. Like, I want to do something else. Then you figure out, okay, what else can it do? Let's see. You've got my list here again. This is one. AI is a fad. It's not going to last. I don't want to spend the time and effort doing AI because it's not even going to be around. It's going to just be a flash in the pan and then it's over. I don't agree with that at all. I actually disagree with that. It's not a fad. This is going to, and there's going to be something I'm going to show you with some upcoming news. This is going to shake the way that we do business. It's going to shake the way that we search. It's going to shake the way that we do pretty much everything that we've done. And it's going to be in such a way that it'll go back to when the internet first came out and people were like, it's a fad. It doesn't have any application into my business. They're resisting and they do what they've always done because that's what they're used to. But the people that are early adopters into this technology, even just using a little bit of this, is going to make a huge difference when you start actually using AI to leverage and like scale your business. And I know I'm saying that a lot, but it's super important for you guys to understand that. Okay. This one's a big one. And this one has, I do think, probably the most weight out of this whole list. It says, I don't have time to learn or implement AI. That, as a business owner, we're already stretched thin. We're already doing so many things that you don't have time or you don't want to learn time. And I'm going to change that a little bit and say, you can't afford not to use AI. It doesn't mean that you have to learn it, but you definitely need to have someone that does know it or implement it, because if you don't, you will be left behind because you just won't be able to keep up with everything that AI can do. So that is true. I think a lot of people really feel that way. I don't have time to do it. I'm already so busy. Well, what are you so busy doing? That's what I'm trying to tell you is what AI can help replace. Oh, I have to write an email, or I have to write a bunch of emails, or I don't know what to say, or I need to get a proposal, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. And the problem is that once you understand how AI can help you do that, you're going to have a lot more free time. And then the great thing is, once you train that AI, you can hand it off to an employee or someone else that maybe isn't as technical but knows how to use AI to get the same or better results. I got to get a drink here. So that's super important to understand. All right, this is another one, and it's a big risk. I mean, a lot of it weights on there. AI might be unethical or risky. Well, it would only be unethical if you're using it in unethical ways. Like if you're using it to help you and you're using it in a way that you would normally do it, but you're just leveraging AI and the result is the same, then I don't think that's unethical at all. I think that you are smarter and you're learning how to leverage rather than you're just doing the same thing that you've done over and over because that's what you've always done. And then the last one on this list is AI isn't reliable. AI is not reliable. I don't think that it's going to work. Not really sure how AI can answer the things that I want because it just doesn't seem like it's reliable at all. And in some things that could be true depending on what you're doing. But if you give it enough context and if you're using things that have been proven and tried, then yes, you definitely can use it. So we've talked about a lot of different things. So now I want to show you some practical application in some of these things. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is let's do maybe let's do this. So let's say that we need to create an ad. No, you know what? Let's do this instead. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up this window, and I'm going to see if I can present just the window. So let's see here. All right, it looks like I can do it. Okay, so what you're seeing right now, this is ChatGPT, and I have it on my computer. So if you as an app, so it's not actually, I'm not in the web browser, but if you're on the web, well, let's actually look at that real quick. So I'll show you that. So if you're on the web browser, let me just swap this out real quick, because this is all about learning AI. So I'm gonna show you how you can learn that. So what you're going to see with ChatGPT, if you look down here, it'll say download the latest iOS and Android app for advanced voice mode. Okay, but there's also, if you're running a M1, M2, M3 processor on your Mac, so like on this laptop I have I think it's an M3 processor, you actually have an application that you can download and put right in your dock. So you can have it right there on your screen. You don't actually have to open up the window. If you don't have it that way, then it's totally fine. You can just go to ChatGPT, just like this. This is the ChatGPT window. This is the browser. But if you're not on that, you can actually use the app. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the app, not the browser. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out again. So let's go back here, present, and we're going to share window and ChatGPT. All right, so you should be able to see that okay. Actually, let's do that. That way I'm in a circle. Okay, cool. Okay, so first thing is, when you're in this app, you have a few different things that you can do. One, I have it in dark mode. You don't have to do that. You can go into your settings and you can change it, so that it's light mode. You don't have to have it dark or light. I'm just going to keep it in dark mode, but you could personalize it that way. Okay. Actually, I don't even think you can see that window. So we're just going to go back into this. So now, okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use ChatGPT, and there's a lot of different ways you can use it. But one of the things that you need to do is you need to give it context. Okay, so the thing that I'm going to do is, you have a sidebar here. Okay, and this sidebar, when you click on this, it shows you all of your chats. Okay, so you can go in and do your different chats or whatever. And then, so it'll keep a history. You can clear it out or whatever if you want, but you can go back to it. The other thing that you can do is you can click right here and it'll give you the different models. So you can use different models. And then you also have this Explore GPTs. And if I were to click that, it would load up another page and I could see custom GPTs that I made, and then also other GPTs. So I have one that I've made for my property management, but we also do HOA management. So we're going to do something very specific here. So this is a little trick that if you don't know how to do this, or you didn't know this is one thing you can do. If you do the @ sign, you can actually search through your custom GPTs and ones that you have saved. So I'm going to do the Reserve at River Hollow HOA. So I have the Reserve at River Hollow HOA, and now I'm actually talking with this custom GPT. And for those that don't know what a custom GPT is, basically it's a GPT that has been trained on specific data. So for example, this GPT has been trained on CCNRs, bylaws, all of the things that this HOA would be, okay? So that way it's pulling information from data that I've given it. So I could then go in here and say, okay, let's say someone had a complaint or they had a question and they say, hey, how many people do we need to be at the HOA meeting to amend the CCNRs? Now, this is for property management, like if you don't know that, but this is the example, okay? So I would just say, how many members need to show up to the board meeting to be able to vote to amend the CCNRs. And we're going to go ahead and give it a question. It's going to search its knowledge base. And then from that knowledge base, because I've given it certain information, it's going to pull up all of that information and it's going to tell me where in the CCNRs that it has that. So now like if I had to go through there's like 60 pages. If I had to go through all of those CCNRs, all of a sudden, they're saying right here, it's pretty simple. Hey, after the development phase is complete, amendments to the CCNR require at least 75% of the homeowners at this location, and all signatures must consent. They're saying that they even need to be notarized. This is something that not a lot of people in HOAs have to do, but this one is saying they have to do it within an 80-day period. And then these quotations actually pull up where it's at in that page. And then it says there's no specific mention for a quorum or number of meetings required for the vote itself, but obtaining 75% approval in person or by proxy is mandatory for the amendment to pass. While the attendance of a board meeting might be part of the process, ultimately the matter is collecting signatures from 75% of the home site owners to approve any amendment. Now, here's what's cool. Let's say that we need to send out an invite or an email to invite people to the annual board meeting. Write an email inviting. Let's see, instead of inviting, let's say notifying the HOA members about the yearly meeting coming up in November. Now I'm telling it needs to write this email, give a draft of like what it would do. So now it has notice of annual HOA meeting. Now look at this. It pulls all of the information in here. All I have to do is plug in a couple little dates. It'll have the agenda. If I want to change this agenda, we can go through that. But look at that. So again, just leveraging AI, how long would that have taken me to write an email? Or maybe I had it saved as a draft or something and then I just reuse it. But this I can tweak. And then let's say the board would like to let everyone know about the weed situation. Okay. And so now it will update that meeting with an update about the weed control in the community. So that right there, guys, is super powerful. How long this would take you normally without this, like this saves you so much time. And the other thing too is you can offload this onto someone else to do it, and then all you have to do is then go and proof it to make sure it's good. Okay, that's huge. So that is one way that you can use AI to leverage your business. So it is one of those things that it may seem scary and you may not know what to do. Part of what this channel is totally dedicated to is helping you as business owners embrace aspects of AI to help make your life easier. Now, you may say, well, I don't talk that way, the way that the AI was talking. I don't sound that way. Well, guess what? You can actually train the AI to sound and talk just like you. Use the words that you would use, do the things that you would do, and you can be in the background doing other important tasks that you need to do. Okay, let's go into all right, so let's go into another AI that will be super helpful. All right, so maybe I want to make a post now. Maybe they have a Facebook group that is on for that board, and maybe we need to do a notification, and we're part of a Facebook group for that specific community. Now, everybody, it's going to be different for different businesses, but like I'm just showing you the AI stuff. So let's say that that they have a Facebook group and you want to get a notification out. So we're going to go back to the ChatGPT, okay? And let me share this so you can see it again. So we're going to go back to ChatGPT, and from here we're going to say, let's do write a post for the Facebook group, letting them know about the upcoming HOA. Let's do HOA meeting. HOA meeting. Okay, so now all I did is I told ChatGPT, and I'm still within my custom GPT, so it's going to pull out the information for that. Now it has a post, hey, River Hollow, reserve at River Hollow, just a friendly reminder that it's coming up. And then we have that. Now, one of the other things that we could do, so that did that really fast. We could copy, we could paste that. Now let's go into, we're going to go into this. Let's do, I'm going to turn this music all the way down. Let's do tab, and we're going to go into Midjourney. Okay. Now, what Midjourney is, let me turn this down. So, what Midjourney is basically it's about creating incredible graphics. You can create logos. You can create anything that you need. So let's just go into the explore section, and I'll dive deeper into each of these tools and more tools on my channel, and you'll see those as I start to push those out. But let's do HOA. So you can see, like, okay, there's some pictures of some HOA, maybe do HOA meeting, and I'm just at explore. We're just kind of looking to see, like, oh, okay, this one would be kind of cool. You know, we got this, we got that. All right. Some of these don't make any sense, but you know, you could take one that's kind of like this. It's like an HOA meeting. Let's do HOA meeting. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we could do like a let's say family HOA meeting. There we go. That's kind of like more like the setting, let's say. Okay. So we could click on this, and now we've got a graphic. And when you have a paid membership of this, you don't have any copyright issues. So you can literally use these graphics and there's no copyright issue. But I'm going to go ahead and click this prompt button, and it's going to put the prompt in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it's square. I want it to be square for my Facebook group that I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit return. And then what you'll see is it'll actually start making. Oh yeah, look at that. That's my thumbnail for today's live stream. I just put it in there for it to make, but there you go. And look, now I've got a post that I could download, and then I've got a the graphic from the text from ChatGPT, and I could then post that. And in a few seconds, I have a Facebook post that has all of the information, and it'll go quickly. It'll look great. I maybe what I want to do on this one, and again, this is just for fun. It's not. But let's say like meeting, and just see what the Explore tab. Oops, I went the wrong spot. Let's go here and do meeting. Okay, meeting, we got that. And then let's do friendly. One thing you guys are going to realize is I'm a terrible speller. So maybe I want it more of this kind of a graphic style. Okay, and then let's do HOA. So maybe we want more of a graphic like this, or a cartoon. Okay, so you could have like whatever you're thinking. Here's another one you could do. Okay. And all of these things can be adjusted. This is just showing you what you could do. But now all of a sudden, instead of having to search for an image and deal with copyright issues or whatever, you have AI that can create it. And you can make similar posts with this just by clicking on it and getting more information. You could then style it. I mean, there's so many ways that you can make this work for what you're doing. Okay, so that is one of the things that is, in my opinion, really, really helpful when making content. So the other thing that I'm really excited to share with you guys is how to use AI to answer phones, talk to people, receive information. And I've got one right here. Excuse me. And what this will be is going to be more of a, I've got it on my phone here, so bear with me here. All right. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is, oh, I'm on like LinkedIn. My bad. Okay. So one of the things that I'm going to be able to do is I can have an AI set up. So I can have an AI set up to where it can answer my phone. It can respond to questions that people have. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. We'll put it on here so you guys can hear it. So I'm calling my AI right now.
Think Property Management. This is Lily. How can I help you?
Hey, Lily, this is Joe. And I was just wondering if you could tell me what HOAs you guys manage.
We manage several HOAs, including Salisbury, Southern View Townhomes, South Desert Townhome, Desert Providence, and Solace. Is there a specific one you're interested in?
No, not really. Just wondering which ones you managed, and then also where do you guys do property management?
We manage properties in St. George, Utah, and Logan, Utah. Are you looking for a rental property in one of these areas?
Maybe, yeah. Do you have anything in St. George?
Yes, we do have properties in St. George. You can check out our available listings on our website at thinkpropertymanagement.net. If you find something you're interested in, I can help you schedule a showing.
Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm actually driving right now, so could you how could you get me that information?
I can send you a text with the link to our website so you can check it out later.
Oh,
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, guys. So that is one of the ways that I've used AI to help my business, and it is incredibly powerful. And you can do a lot of things with that. And that's just one of the things. I've got a ton of other stuff that we're working on with automation workflows. But ultimately, when you're doing And then look right there, there's the text just came through. So one of the things that we're working on is really trying to help automate our business by leveraging AI. And I am so passionate about it that I'm creating this channel to help anyone that wants to get into AI. You don't even have to be a business owner, but if you are a business owner, that would even be a bonus because you're going to be able to see the value and you can be able to add so much more to it. So there's a couple other really cool AI tools that I want to show you. And we're going to go ahead and go to that. So maybe you wanted to start a podcast, right? And you're just, okay, I don't have time to do a podcast, or I'm not really sure what to do. I have a really good friend who I do business with. Her name is Christina Smallhorn, and we do coaching for real estate agents on how to get organic leads on YouTube. Okay. So one of the things is we got to market to people and let people know what we do. But how cool would it be if we were able to create content using AI without having to put a ton of stuff in there? So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little, actually, let's go to this news article first, because this is incredible. See if I can find it here. All right. So I like this view better for whatever reason, maybe just because I'm in a circle or something. But AI, Google has Google bots, and they want you to watch their podcasts. So Google has created a tool, and basically you can upload your information, URLs, data, all of this information to this notebook. LM is what it's called. And from there, you can actually make like podcasts. And AI takes this objective of talking about your product without you saying how great it is. It's almost like a podcast talking about you, but it's not real. It's made up with AI. Now, this goes to the question, AI might be unethical. So that is something you have to be careful about, is like, it's going to be really hard to know what's real and what's not as far as like reviews and things go, because you can literally create, using these tools, you can create stuff that actually sounds and looks like it's real. So basically, they're telling you you can actually create a podcast just off of some information. So I'm going to go ahead. So this was just on the morning brew, but what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to show you the actual website where you do that. So give me 1 second here and I'll pull it up. All right. So this is what it looks like. Not that one. Hold on here. This is the thing, when you're doing it all yourself and you don't have a producer, it makes it a little bit harder. But here you go. So we've got this. Basically, it's saying, welcome to Notebook LM. We'll go ahead and hit OK. So basically, it's saying that you can create your own podcast with that. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit this, and it's going to say add your sources. So the source that I'm going to add right now is our Real Estate Video Geeks. So that's basically the podcast that I'm going to do, just because it'll be easy. So I'm going to put that there and insert it. And then it's going to get all of the information from that page. It's pulling it in. All right, there we go. It's pulled in all of this information. And I can add to it, obviously, if I want to, put more stuff in there, but we're just going to do this for now. There's just one source, and I'm going to go ahead and hit deep dive conversation. And I was going to see if it'll let me do. I don't know if they've changed to where it'll let you do multiple people. So now this will take a few minutes. So rather than us waiting for it to generate, I'll come back to it. So that's going to be something that I'll come back to, and we'll be talking about it. But it is kind of cool to see how you can use AI to generate content, and then not only generate it, but you can repurpose it. Now, there's another AI that I forgot to show you guys. So, and again, we're going to be deep diving into all of these. But let me log in first here. Let's see. I didn't check my email apparently. Sorry, should have logged in first, but you know what? They got the clip anything. No, let's watch this. This would be kind of cool. All right, hold on here. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but let's. So basically, this is one of the things we're able to clip anything with. The other way, the taps and slams. Okay, I'm just going to go through that. So what you have is you have a clip anything, which allows you to upload things and clip them. So what I'll be doing when I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to be connecting it to Opus Clips, and from here I'm going to get clips. And what it will do is it will generate 10 different shorts that I can repurpose for all the different social media, out there. I can do it for shorts. I can do it for TikTok. I can do it for Reels, any of that stuff. So it's really, really powerful, especially because you don't have to edit anything. It'll put the captions in. It'll cut it all up. So you don't need to know how to edit. So if you're doing that kind of stuff, this is a great tool. And we'll obviously talk more about that as well as we develop the channel. So we're still waiting for, let's see here. We're still waiting for let me see if I can find it here, for Notebook LM, but we're going to be talking about it. It's almost done, so it's got to be pretty close. I'm actually pretty excited about it to show you guys like what it does, because it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and see. It's got to be close. Now, the reason this takes a minute is because it actually produces like between a 9 and 11 minute. It could go longer if you give it more information. All right, so it looks like it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and I'm going to put it back in again so you can see how you can add some stuff. Hopefully, we'll do the screen share, and let's see, there we go. You should be able to hear the audio on this, I'm hoping. So what happened is it pulled a summary, it grabbed information right here, and now it's going to, now you saw like it's only been a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And all I did is put a URL in there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and let's see what Notebook LM did.
All right, so you're thinking about jumping into real estate video marketing, huh? Specifically, this Real Estate Video Geeks course, right?
Sounds familiar.
We've gone through their stuff, their website, all that. We're going to break it all down first.
See if it's actually worth it.
Yeah, is this legacy membership thing the real deal? And more importantly, is it the right fit for your real estate business?
Well, right off the bat, what struck me was how they push this idea of like, huge value, like
Yeah.
a $9,000 value, but you get it at this crazy discount.
It's always eye-catching, right?
Definitely grabs your attention. We got to look past that.
I got to see what's actually in the box.
Yeah, for
Freaking-
sure.
Because 75 plus video lessons and
It's a lot.
weekly
mean-
live coaching.
Yeah.
It sounds impressive on paper, right?
It does sound like a lot. Yeah.
Like, are they actually teaching you anything useful?
Right. Like, is it just YouTube 101?
Yeah.
Or are they really zoning in on the real estate side of things?
That's the real question.
It's real estate video marketing, not just
Right.
general.
Exactly.
So that's what we really need to figure out.
Yeah. And having a ton of videos could be good, but it could also be overwhelming.
Oh, absolutely.
What you really want is a focused curriculum,
Yes.
something that's actually relevant to real estate.
And speaking of focus, they talk about Christine Smallhorn's strategy of finding your niche.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that. What does niching down even mean in the context of like real estate video marketing?
So I think what she found worked for her was not trying to appeal to everyone.
Okay.
Instead of making those generic
This
real
is
estate videos,
wild.
maybe she focused on a specific type of property or a certain neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even a unique selling proposition that speaks to a particular client.
Okay. So really honing in on a specific target audience.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the coaching aspect for a second.
Okay.
Sure.
They really emphasize this weekly live coaching thing as a major perk.
Right.
But what makes their coaching different? Yeah, is it just like a general Q&A, or are they giving you actual feedback on your videos and your marketing?
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
want to know, because anyone can do a Q&A.
Exactly. That's not really coaching.
Right.
Effective coaching in this industry should be tailored to your market.
All right. That is wild. So now you literally could make a video with this by downloading it, putting it into another AI generator, or even putting a couple clips with Midjourney, and then all of a sudden you have content that is out there promoting your own content. But it's AI that's done this. Now again, we want to go back and be ethical with everything, but I'm just showing you like how crazy this stuff is, and it's not about having to know all of these prompts and become this prompt engineer that knows everything. What it is it's just understanding which tools work and how you can use them. But if you're dealing with social media, if you're dealing with trying to market your business, if you're trying to do those things, these are tools that you could literally do or train someone in your office or at your place of business for employees to learn how to do, to where you could then just skyrocket, because you can do so many of these things so quickly. I'm going to show you 11 Labs. Let's go into 11 Labs. Now, again, 11 Labs is very similar to basically, I don't know if as a business owner, if you've ever done radio ads, or if you've ever had to do voiceovers, or if you've ever had to do something. Now, if someone is like, I need, we got to make this video presentation, or I need to do something, and you just don't want to record it, or you don't want it to sound bad, or maybe you're writing a book and you don't want to read the whole thing and record it, or maybe you need a snippet for a Instagram reel or a LinkedIn ad or whatever. Like, there's all different uses for this, right? So instead of just on your phone doing a voice memo, you can actually do text to speech, and then you can have an account, and with this account you can actually put different types of voices. So I'm going to show you kind of how this works. So you've got voices, and then you have a library, and you have all of these different types of voices. And not only can you do them in English, but you can do them in all different kinds of languages. These are all the different languages that it does it in right now. Okay. Like, it's super powerful. Now, let's go in and say, oh, I need maybe someone that's a narrator, or they're doing a story, or this is more conversational, or this is like character and animation because we're going to be doing animating. Maybe this is more for social media, someone that's reading something for social media, entertainment and TV. Now, you don't have to, like, this just helps you kind of filter through and find the different voices that, I am so sorry. I am not even sharing any of that for you. Let's stop that. And holy cow, I don't know how I missed that, but let's try that again. Share screen. Holy cow. So here we go. Let me make sure you can see it. See, this is why I need someone to help me. But okay, so what you have is you have now the, you've got all of these different voices. You can go back. I'll show you how to get there again. So when you're at 11 Labs, you can sign in, and then you're going to have text to speech. You can move this stuff around, or what you can do is you can use a voiceover from someone else. So you can do the actual like library. So you can do your own voiceover. You can click voices here. The voices here is what I was telling you before, where you couldn't see any of it because I forgot to share the window. My bad. But what you can do is you can click library. So not only can you clone your own voice, which I've done, but you can also look at the different types of voices. And if you want to hear how they sound, you can go through and just hit this button right here, and it'll give you like what they sound like.
Hot diggity dog! This looks like fun! Don't miss even one adventure with me!
It's like Michael Mouse, Jack the Pirate.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Pretty cool. So you have all of those types of things. You've got informational and informative, characters and animation. There's obviously like quite a bit more. You can also sort it or filter it by the most viewed or used.
Tomorrow was the first day of school. I was so excited. I have always loved.
That one's pretty cool. So anyway, and then you can have your own voices too. So here's voices. This one,
Crystal clear narration brings
a good narrator.
Our distrust is very expensive.
That's like that's one of the voices that you're going to hear on like all these TikToks and all the reels like that have like the faceless video. They all use that voice. So you can go through there.
I failed over and over and over again in my life.
That one's kind of cool. So if you want to use it, then what you do is you go text to speech, and then you can drop your voice, your drop down till you find it. And then instead of having to write something and figure it out, you could literally have AI do it. But we'll just say, if I can type. Okay. Here we go. Generate the speech.
Joe Eves is so cool. I need to subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Anyway, you could do all kinds of stuff with that. But so then exporting it, and now you have an MP3 file of it. Or if you want to do it in your own voice, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Does this sound like my voice? Let me pull my clone up here. And the thing is that this is getting so good, but this is like the worst that it will ever be. So I don't know if it's on here for whatever reason. There it is. Okay.
Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
The only thing to do with good advice.
That one doesn't sound good.
As an organizer, I start from where the world is, as it is, not as I would like it to be. Blessed are the hearts that can bend. They shall never be broken.
I think that one's pretty close.
Blessed are the hearts that can bend. They shall.
No. Let's find it again. Which one was it? This one?
Shall never be broken.
Yeah, there you go. I'll tell myself how cool I am. But this can be a whole script.
Joe Eves is so cool. I need to subscribe to his YouTube channel.
And then I could do it in Japanese, or I could do it in any of these other languages. And you might be like, oh, why would you do that? You don't speak Japanese or whatever. Well, maybe I'm doing referrals and I send it in Spanish or something. So there's all kinds of different use cases that you can do with it. So, all right, you guys, that was so fun. And the thing is I'm just getting started. This is going to be a lot of fun. I still have a lot more that I want to work on. But one of the things that I want you guys to know is it's not too late. it's not too late to join AI, to use AI. It's not too late to learn. The thing is a lot of people think, it's going by so fast and I don't even know, because it seems like every day they're releasing new things and I just can't keep up. And that's true. They really are releasing a ton of stuff and it is hard to keep up unless you make a little effort. And what I mean by that is take a minute and learn one thing. And if I were to give you any advice, which I'm going to give you advice. So like, it's not if I were going to, I'm going to. Like, the advice that I would give you is start with one thing. Find the thing that is your most, like, the pain point hits you the hardest, the thing that you absolutely hate to do or that you have to do, and find a way to incorporate AI to help you with it. So it could be as simple as responding to emails. Maybe it's as simple as responding to messages in social media. Maybe it's complaints. People are calling and giving you complaints, or maybe it's emails. Like, it could be anything that you do that's everyday, repetitive, redundant, and it makes it to where you're just it's the one thing that you procrastinate because you hate it so much. So if you can figure out what that thing is, or maybe you already know, like, I hate it. I hate doing this every single time I'm dealing with this. It just bugs me. Great. Then I'd say start with ChatGPT. And if you go in and you'll see some of my videos that I'm going to be releasing, I've got one now that has AI and their advanced voice with ChatGPT, and it is incredible. It's super powerful, especially for like flushing out ideas. So if you've never used AI voice, or you don't know how to use ChatGPT voice, I do have a video in there that you can watch, and it will explain how to use it, how to talk to it, what to expect, just to get started with that. But there's going to be more and more content, and I'm going to be doing this weekly live stream every single Friday. I am so excited to share this stuff with you guys. Like, this is a huge passion. One of the biggest reasons it's a big passion is because it has made my life so much easier to run my businesses. And there's lots of things. If you don't know how to use it, or you don't know where to start, you can obviously click on the link and you can hit let's chat and ask your question on the form. Let me show you where that's at. Basically, you're going to go to YouTube, and right by my profile picture, you'll see like a little link that says let's chat. Fill out your question, and I'm happy to answer that question. In the future, I'm going to be incorporating a 800 number that you can call in and actually ask your question, and I'll post it live on my live stream, so that other people that run businesses that have questions, or that just are curious about AI, maybe they don't want it for their business, but they're just curious about it, then this is the channel for you. This is so fun for me. Like, I absolutely love sharing what I've learned, and as I learn more, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And the thing is that I want to do it in a way that is like you're able to digest it, so that it's not so much information and you're just like overloaded. And if I'm doing stuff and it feels like it's overloaded and you're feeling like overwhelmed, let me know, and I'll dial it down, because this really is for people that are just getting into AI all the way to the advanced users. So this is really for everyone that has interest, and then we're going to deep dive into some real cool tools. I'll have some use cases and things that I'm going to show you guys. And then mainly, this live stream is literally just to chat and hang out with like-minded people, or people that want to learn how to do that. And we're going to have a great time. This is the very first live stream. So happy that I was able to get it set up, and we're going to have some really cool stuff. I've got my stream deck all ready to go. Well, I almost have it ready to go, but missed it for this live stream, but definitely for the next one. And I might be bringing on guests from, maybe to join me as we're talking. But really, the key with all of this is I just want to share with you guys like what I know and what I've learned and what I'm learning. I don't know everything. Obviously, there's so much out there and it's hard to keep up. But what I can tell you is the things that I've implemented in my business using AI has made my life a million times easier with business. So much easier that it's actually fun to come to work because I'm like, oh, okay, what else can I have AI do for me so that I get more free time? But I'm not only getting more free time, I'm more effective. And I'm going to share one quick experience using that. So one of my HOAs, we had a meeting. They had just switched from another property management company, and they were like, we didn't get any minutes, we didn't do anything. So what I did is I said, okay, well, we do things a little differently. We use AI for a lot of what we do, and we're definitely here to help. And so then from there, I had my phone and I just turned on the voice memo and sat it there while we were in this room and we had our discussion. The meeting was about 40 minutes long or so. And I was able to take that, have AI transcribe the audio. From that, I was able to pull out key points and takeaways that we needed to do and format it in an email that I could then send to each of the board members and also give them a recap of the meeting. Plus, they had a couple of questions about what they could do or not, and it pulled from the CCNRs. And I had all of that before. That was all sent to them and text to them before they got to their car from when they left our office. That is what I'm talking about, is how powerful you can leverage AI. And do you think that they were impressed? Absolutely, because they were like, oh my gosh, he did everything he said we were going to do before we even got to the car after the meeting. We just had a 40-minute meeting. How was he able to do all of that? And that's just one way of doing it. There's so many different ways that you can grow your business leveraging the power of AI. And I'm so happy that you guys are here, that you're going to be watching these live streams with me. And I'm excited to get to know each and every one of you. I'm going to have more questions, I'm sure, that come up. So I'll be popping up the questions on the live stream as well that we can go through and answer them. And then again, the main thing is I'm going to be releasing a ton of content, tutorials, steps, how-to, step-by-steps, and then, news, stuff that's entertaining, that I want to talk about, that you guys may be interested in, or maybe you didn't even know existed, but then become interested in because of that. So that's what I've got going on, guys. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. And remember, you got to click subscribe, hit that notification. If you do want to join and be reminded of these live streams, this is where it's going to be, and it's going to be fun. I'm so excited. Thanks again, guys. We are going to end. And when I end, we're going to have some music. I don't know how long this music stuff lasts for, so we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to turn the music up.